Welcome back to a developing story out of Victoria now, where a new fight is kicking off this evening to legalise marijuana. The woman leading the charge tonight is State Independent MP Fiona Patten, and she's certainly someone who has developed a reputation for getting things done, and Fiona joins me live from Melbourne now. Fiona, good evening. Number one, do you believe you're going to make this happen? But why? Why do you want to legalise marijuana? What's the driving force?
Look, I think there's a number of issues, but one is, at the moment, what we're doing now doesn't work. It doesn't stop people using cannabis, but what it does do is it lines the coffers and lines the pockets of criminals. So what I would like to do is get cannabis out of the hands of criminals and out of the hands of young people and children in particular. And we've seen this successfully happen in numerous jurisdictions overseas, and most recently Canada.
Is the risk worth the reward, though, Fiona?
Look, we know that prohibition has never stopped anyone from using cannabis. We know that in Victoria alone, the police report that the cannabis industry is worth over $1.1 billion. So whatever we're doing now is not working, and I think it's now to look at the evidence and look at what other jurisdictions are doing successfully, which is legalising, regulating, controlling the market so that we can provide education, we can tax it, we can ensure that it's only adults who have access to this substance. And what we've seen in other jurisdictions is not only that, but it brings in hundreds of millions of dollars out of the criminals' hands and into the government's hands, where we can provide education.
Yeah, but Fiona, you're endorsing drugs. You're saying that drugs are okay. You're saying that drugs are fine. And if you read some of this, I did a quick print off this evening before we got on air, the Positive Choices website, which is a fact sheet for teachers in schools. Now, it certainly says that, 1 in 7 students between the ages of 12 and 17 are using cannabis. But look at the side effects: anxiety and panic attacks, paranoia, psychosis. If you have mental health issues, and that's such an extraordinary issue now, do not go near marijuana. By advocating it, by making it legal, aren't you saying it's okay to take the drugs?
I think what I'm trying to say is these people are already using the drug, and we need to provide a way to educate them. We need to provide a way to control it. At the moment, we're not controlling it. Kids can get access to cannabis almost more easily than they can to cigarettes. So you don't find a drug dealer asking for someone's photo ID. So what we're doing now is not protecting our children. And as you say, 1 in 7 kids is already using cannabis. Now, that's because they can buy it illicitly. What we see in other jurisdictions is when you control it, then you can start controlling who has access to it. And we see reductions in cannabis use, particularly amongst young people. But I think most importantly, we can provide that education. As we do with tobacco, as we do with alcohol, we provide education and we look at providing harm minimisation.
Very briefly, Fiona, do you think you can get it done?
Is not working.
Do you think you can get it done? Can you make marijuana legal in Victoria?
Well, look, a lot of people said I couldn't get a lot of things done, and I've managed to do it. So I am hopeful that in the next 2 years, yeah, we can get it done.
All right. Well, whether taxpayers accept money out of marijuana revenue, I don't know, but we'll wait and see. Fiona Patten, thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks, Michael.
Okay.